You're watching CNN and this is Connect the World with me, Linda Kincaid. Welcome back. Well, Donald Trump's presidential campaign has been controversial from the start, but he's under fire like never before from both Republicans and Democrats. And now even his own campaign staff is getting fed up. Sources tell CNN that Trump's staffers are increasingly frustrated by a number of controversies taking him off message. They say some aides, including Trump's own campaign manager, feel like they're wasting their time. Trump has locked in a very public feud with the parents of Humayun Khan, a Muslim American army captain who was killed in Iraq. And now new controversy over Trump accepting a Purple Heart from a military veteran. That's a medal awarded to those wounded in combat. Have a listen to what Trump said and how Khan's father responded.
Now I said to him, is that like the real one or is that a copy? And he said, that's my real Purple Heart. I have such confidence in you. And I said, man, that's like big stuff. I always wanted to get the Purple Heart. This was much easier.
Donald Trump, you had the time. You did not serve. You know what you should have done? And listen to me, and I want his surrogates to listen to me. You should have pinned that back to that veteran's chest and should have hugged him and thanked him.
Well, to top it all off, Trump is now taunting leaders from his own party, including the most powerful elected Republican official. He's refusing to back House Speaker Paul Ryan in his re-election battle, saying he's just not quite there yet. It's that phrase sounds familiar. It's because it is. Manu Raju reports.
I don't regret anything. I said nice things about the son.
Republican leaders and Donald Trump's own campaign staff frustrated with their candidate. Sources tell CNN even Trump's campaign manager, Paul Manafort, is upset with Trump. The tipping point, Trump openly challenging the parents of slain Muslim soldier Captain Humayun Khan.
This person is not fit for the office he's seeking.
Trump refusing to drop his fight with the Gold Star family, despite the urging of senior staff, and failing to stay on message and attacking Hillary Clinton.
I was hit very hard from the stage, and, you know, it's just one of those things. But I don't regret anything.
This as Trump refuses to endorse House Speaker Paul Ryan in his Republican primary, telling the Washington Post, "I'm just not quite there yet. I'm not quite there yet." Trump thumbing his nose at Ryan's delayed decision to endorse him back in May.
I'm just not ready to do that at this point. I'm not there right now.
Trump also declining to back former GOP nominee, Arizona Senator John McCain, who is in a tough re-election battle. I've always felt that he should have done a much better job for the vets. Trump's tension with McCain has been brewing ever since Trump criticized the war hero for being captured in Vietnam. McCain telling me back in May he wants Trump to apologize to POWs.
When he said, I don't like people who were captured, then there's a body of American heroes that I'd like to see him retract that statement.
The avalanche of Trump's controversial statements prompting several prominent Republicans to break from their party and back Hillary Clinton. President Obama using the weight of the office to slam Trump at a news conference with the foreign leader at the White House.
A Republican nominee is unfit to serve as president.
And blasting Republicans for standing by their nominee.
If you are repeatedly having to say in very strong terms that what he has said is unacceptable, why are you still endorsing him? This isn't a situation where you have an episodic gaffe. This is daily and weekly, where they are distancing themselves from statements he's making.
Trump firing back.
Well, he's a terrible president. He'll probably go down as the worst president in the history of our country. He's been a total disaster.
And now Manu Raju joins us live from Washington. Manu, just when it looked like some of the tension within the Republican Party had been put behind them after the convention, the Khan controversy seemingly creating an even deeper divide.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, remember, after that convention, Republicans went to great lengths to show that they were united. This is a party that had been sparring for months and months and months over that bitter primary, and they wanted to show the country that they could present a clear contrast to Hillary Clinton. But since the Democratic convention and the Republican convention, over the last 2 weeks, Trump has lurched from controversy to controversy, all these distractions prompting finger pointing within the party, leading to a lot of tension, backbiting, and the kind of distractions the Republican leaders are hoping to avoid. They hope they can right the ship before November, but if this continues, a lot of Republicans just simply fear for the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. And Manu, last night at a rally, a veteran gave Trump a Purple Heart. For our international viewers, just explain the significance of that. And did Trump's response add fuel to the fire?
It may have. Remember, Trump has been criticized for not just his dealings with military matters and, of course, his fight with the Gold Star family, the Khans, but also he sought multiple deferments during Vietnam, even though he's criticized folks like John McCain and prisoners of war for, quote, being captured. Now, the Purple Heart, of course, is one of the most prestigious awards that can be given to someone in the military after suffering wounds in combat operations. So when Trump, sort of made light of it, it seemed at that rally, it just added some fodder that perhaps he's being a little insensitive. Now the Trump allies and confidants say that's just not being fair. People are piling on. Trump was actually touched in this moment, but the way it came across could certainly give some fodder for his critics.
Yeah, not the best response. And of course, if that wasn't all enough to deal with, Trump is refusing to support two prominent Republicans for re-election. How do you think that is playing out behind the scenes?
Well, Republicans are just not happy about that. I mean, particularly not getting behind Paul Ryan, who is, of course, went to great lengths to support Donald Trump despite his own misgivings and tried to unite his party behind Donald Trump. And also John McCain is in a very difficult re-election race, and he needs Donald Trump supporters to come out in the fall campaign against a Democratic opponent. That's not going over well. What we have not seen, though, yet, Linda, are Republicans revoking their endorsements of Donald Trump yet. Both Ryan and McCain are still supporting Donald Trump, and one reason why is they do need those Donald Trump supporters to come to the polls in November, even if they are worried that getting too close to Donald Trump could alienate from key voters and swing voters and minority voters here in the U.S.
Yeah, it's a tricky position for them. Manu Raju, great to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, live from the CNN Centre, this is Connect the World. Coming up, South Africans are casting their votes in what could be tough elections for the ruling party. We'll go live to Johannesburg. Also, enjoy Rio, but keep your eyes open. A warning from a Brazilian drug lord to visitors attending the Games. CNN goes inside dangerous territory next.